So this review is based off of my first impressions of this lens. I purchased this about a couple months ago towards the end of the year, and I shot a video with it. And if you haven't seen that video, you should probably check it out right now. But I kind of want to test out the functions of this lens and to see how I can use it for video. So we're going to get straight into the cons. So the first con is that the footage can be very shaky and hard to focus if you're using this handheld to shoot for video. Like when it came to the video that I shot, it was very hard to find my focus because it's such a telephoto lens. You can see every little jitter, and you can see every detail and every jitter when you're doing something handheld. And because I didn't use my gimbal on certain shots, you can really see how shaky the footage is and how hard it was to actually find my point of focus. So the second con of this lens is its low aperture. The aperture only gets as low as f4, and if you're shooting outside, it's pretty great. Like I shot the video totally outside and it did its job. But if I was to shoot indoors, it would be a lot harder because the aperture only goes to 4. And because it only goes to 4, I would need a lot of light to compensate for the lack of a higher or lower aperture, if you will. So the third con of this lens would be the quality. Because it's such a cheaper lens, the quality is not that great. It's not the sharpest lens out there. But I think for $60, which I got it for used, it's not that bad. I think it's a pretty great purchase. You can tell in some of the footage. I'll probably do a comparison, but compared to like my Sigma lens or other lenses, this is not the sharpest. But I feel that as though it could be a pro if you're trying to go for like a soft look or not trying to have basically a sharp image. So the fourth con would be the autofocus, and I don't know if it's just the lens I purchased or if it's the lens in general, but I did buy it used, so that's probably why. But the autofocus is not the best. It's not even good. I had a hard time trying to autofocus it doing the shoot, and so at some points you can see I'm trying to manual focus, which is not that bad, but it's not easy trying to manual focus and move the camera at the same time. So I would say that the autofocus is not that great, but it also may just be the lens that I got because I did purchase it used. So the first pro I would say is the cost. Lenses can be really expensive, and this lens is not, I don't think it's that bad for the price. I got it $60 used, and on Amazon and on Canon website and on other websites you can get it used from I think $50 to like $100. If you want to buy it new, I think it ranges from like $100 to $200. But I think it's a great purchase for a telephoto lens if you're trying not to spend a whole bunch of money and if you're on a tight budget. So the second best thing about this lens is the great depth of field that it has. It is 75 to 300, which is a wide range, but it's a great telephoto lens because it compresses the background of an image and it gives you that nice blurry background. And that was something that inspired me to make that video. Was I like the compression, and I wanted to kind of focus in on particular details of an event or of an object, and that's what I really like about this lens. I didn't use a lot of the 300 focal length because it was just very hard to focus and find focus really. But between, I would say, 75 to 200, it was really great, and I like getting those intricate details of objects and things that were just in my frame. So the third great thing about this lens is that it's a zoom lens. And like all other zoom lenses, if you want to get a closer shot of your subject or a further away shot of your subject, you don't have to move. You can just stay in the position that you're at and just zoom right on in to that subject or to that person. So overall, I think this lens performed really well. It did the job. It got the shots that I needed it to get. And because it was only $60, I think it is well worth it. If you're looking for a lens that is telephoto and that's budget friendly, I would definitely suggest this one. If you're trying to get a used one, I would suggest making sure that everything on the lens works properly. Like the autofocus on here is not the best, but it might be different if you get another used one or if you buy a new one. Thank you guys for watching this video. That's all I have for you today. I should be coming out with more content and more videos in the future, but thank you if you made it this far in the video. Don't forget to do what all the YouTubers say: like, subscribe, share this video, and leave a comment if that's something that you're into. So thanks again. Bye.